Yesterday I got asked this question by Charlie Richards, as you can see on the screen. Basically, he wanted to know what keeps me going, what kind of wakes me up in the morning, what gets me squatting every day, uploading every day, commenting with you guys, replying to the comments. What just keeps me going? We spend a lot of time talking about motivation, inspiration, discipline on this channel. Definitely lots of conversation in the comments about it all, and you guys take a lot of inspiration from me. And I thought this question kind of hit the nail on the head. When we speak about inspiration, motivation, and all that type of stuff, and discipline, I always think to myself, I almost feel like we're talking about the wrong thing, because it seems to me that if you're concerned about those type of things, that you're kind of missing the point. Now, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming anybody for having a lack of motivation or to get going or whatever. I feel like I'm motivated from my life experiences, the things that I've seen with my eyes, the things that I've heard, the things that I've felt. And because I do the job that I do, I get reminded quite often about life and death and these type of situations. When you work in emergency as a nurse, man, you see all sorts of things. You guys can imagine. I mean, you guys can definitely imagine what people go through every day. And a lot of these people come to emergency, and not too many people have good days when they come to emergency. People come to emergency and they have, sometimes the worst days of their lives. When you see somebody on the deathbed, man, there's a lot of lessons there, man. I don't need to think about anything else. I don't need to think about any motivation. I don't need to listen to David Goggins. All I have to do is look at that person in the bed. Because the eyes tell you the whole story. These people look at me. I'm young. I look like I'm well. I'm fit. I have happiness about me. My spirit is shining. And when I look at them, it's just a waiting room, essentially. These people are just waiting to go. These people would do anything to be able to have the strength and the ability and the health to go out into that, garden in the hospital and go for a walk and catch some sunlight, have a coffee outside. A lot of these people can't even do that. And here I am thinking about a 300 kilo squat. And here I am thinking about how I'm going to get there. I'm talking about a 300 kilo squat, and these blokes thinking about just going for a walk and catching some fresh air and getting into the sunlight. I get reminded about these things every single day, basically. And it just makes me think about life for what it is, man. I'm lucky. I'm blessed. And I'm embarrassed, at the thought of not working hard and not using the opportunity that I have. Some of these people have done nothing wrong, man. Just bad cards, bad genetic cards. They get dealt these cards and they're screwed. And here I am walking through the ward. They might hear me laughing with my colleagues, joking with my colleagues. They might, see me pick up a heavy object off the floor with ease. The way I walk, the way I move around. Like, these people have nothing better to do but to look at the people that walk around them and look after them. There's nothing else going on, man. And I'm aware of these things. I'm aware of these things, and I'm aware of these people that I meet all the time in the hospital. So when somebody says to me, what keeps you going, man? It's these people, man. It's the opportunity that I have. Now, granted, if you're working in an office and you work like as an accountant or engineer, or you work as a mechanic, something completely different, you might not have those opportunities to get reminded of what life actually is. You might be, generally people get reminded of these things when they lose a loved one, when they lose a friend or somebody close to them, and they go to the funeral and they sit there and they're sad and everyone's sad around them. This is what naturally people get exposed to, these type of emotions. It is unnatural to be surrounded by this all the time. Like, this is my job. Pain, suffering, loss is basically my daily life. Like, I see this all the time. And so when I finish my shift, You know, when I finish my shift, man, dude, look at me, man. Look at it. Look at me. I'm planning a 300 kilo squat. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing else to say. What keeps me waking up in the morning, squatting and uploading and talking to you guys? It's that, man. It's simple as that. It's you know, I don't read any quotes. I don't look for Churchill quotes, David Goggins quotes, Aristotle, Socrates, you know, Plato. I don't look for this stuff, man. I might come across it, and you know, some of them are cute and very nice, but those things are transient, man. The things that get me is the stuff I feel on a daily, you know. You know, I'll tell you a story, man. Just the other day, a lady came to ED with what seemed to be a simple appendicitis. Pain to the right lower quadrant in the abdomen. And we thought, okay, no worries. Took some bloods, gave her some, you know, antibiotics. She had a fever and whatnot. And things came back in the blood test not so clear to us. We ended up doing a CT scan. She's 36, 37 years old. The CT scan came back shocking. She was littered with cancer everywhere. There were spots in the liver. There were spots in the lungs. We ended up going back and scanning her again. The look on that lady's face, man. I'm 32. You know what I mean? 32. You never know when you're going to go, man. You never know when your cards are going to be up. I don't want to be sitting around for that day, man. Get up and move. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.